Hello. Awesome. Okay, fix the hair a little bit. It's looking a little flat today. I'm being silly. Okay, I can be silly because there's no one on yet. While I get this all shared away, you can listen to me just. Do you ever have those dreams where, hey, whoever's joined? Hi, Tiffany. Hey, Tiffany. Do you ever have those dreams and you're like, how did that even come into my consciousness? Like, what the heck is that about? I had one of those dreams last night. I don't want to talk about it because it's like kind of embarrassing. But I was like, where did that come from? How is that even possibly in my headspace? But who knows? Anyways, welcome. Sorry, I'm trying to get this framing correct. Whatever. I'll let it go. While I'm doing this and getting this all shared, pop in and whoever's here, tell me how your Monday's going so far. What's going on? What are you excited about this week or today? Let me know. I'd like to know, since I see Tiffany's on here, what are you excited about, Tiffany? What are you excited about? Are you excited about anything? I'm excited because I had some schedule changes this week, so I'm excited about the extra space that is now created in my week, so I get to work on some fun stuff and kind of do whatever I feel like doing. That's the thing. I get to do whatever I feel like doing. That's my new way of being. And I do have a busy week with clients, but I have some space, so that's good. Okay, that's all shared away. Let me take off my business glasses because we're gonna talk flow and meditation and all kinds of yummy stuff. I'm being silly today. Anyways, whoever's just joining us, this is Nicole DeCristofaro reporting from Treasure Island, Florida this Monday morning. I'm in a silly mood. I was cracking my husband up earlier. Private joke, but it was, we laughed pretty hard. Anyways, had a great weekend. Hope all of you did too. Sorry, there's something in my eye. But I'm here Mondays to share some wisdom, share some of healing that can be done with your permission and with your free will. Hey Shelly, nice to see you. Thanks for joining. So I'm Nicole DeCristofaro. For those of you who are first seeing my face for the first time, sorry, there's something still kind of going on in my eye. Well, we'll let that be. And I do healing work. I'm an energy healer. I also am a love mentor. I've been doing that for over 5 years, working with people in relationships or people not in relationships that want to be in relationships that are looking to create healthy, long-lasting love. I have amazing results with my clients. I have an amazing mentor who supported me in that journey. And as I'm delving into becoming, this is really bugging me. See what happens when you put makeup on? You kind of like sometimes get things floating around in your eyes. Okay, we'll just flow with. Sorry for the distraction. So I've been fortunate and grateful to really create my own practice of healing, even though I wasn't really calling myself a healer before, but I realized I was after many clients shared the immense healing that they received through my work. Hey CJ, thanks for joining. Sorry I'm digging in my eye, but something like of course, you do a Facebook Live and weird things happen. So, get out of my eye. So I am sharing today on this Monday meditation that I do weekly around this time. something really fascinating that I've learned through my Intuition Medicine Academy. Morning. Yes, it is. It's fabulous. Oh my God, if I could just get rid of this thing in my eye, I would be fabulous. It was starting out so well. I just want to get a tissue here and see if I can kind of do something here. This is, really not appropriate. I'm really disappointed in my eye right now, but I'm grateful I could see and have sight. So, as I may have mentioned to everyone, I'm kind of like being silly today, so just hang with me here. We'll get to some serious meditation in a minute. But I'm pursuing a master's in intuition medicine, which is something I feel really like on a cellular level. Do you ever have that cellular resonance where you're like, yes, this is meant for me, or yes, this is my next step, or yes, this is my home, or, that happened to me when I went to Colorado before I moved there from California. Driving through, going to do a festival with my clothing that I used to sell at festivals, and I drove through the mountains, and I was like, oh, I'm meant to be here. This is my home. And sure enough, I think it was 2 years later. It was somewhere less than 2 years. I moved there, and I lived there for 10.5 years. So life, sometimes gives you those, or your intuition or your spirit or your guides sometimes brings you to opportunities, because we do have free will, right? We get to choose, brings you or presents opportunities where you get to kind of be in the awareness or the experience of like, how does this feel on a deep cellular level to me? And I've learned to tell the difference between when my head is agreeing or disagreeing and when my spirit is really feeling the alignment. And that's something I feel like one of the biggest times that happened was, a few months ago when I decided to enroll in the Academy of Intuition Medicine. Like, there was no like mind going, yeah, this is it, awesome, like freaking out. It was like a full body knowingness. And I don't know if any of you have experienced that. Please drop in a comment if that's happened to you and what it was that happened to you. But anyways, here I am learning some really amazing techniques, and the way they set up this academy is you really practice on yourself first, all the self-healing, chakra healing, auric healing, before you ever do other people's stuff. But I have been working on other people's energy healing for some time, since actually it's been almost a year. I keep freaking out when I hear that, because I'm like, has a year flown by that much? Wow. Yeah, last December. So I do a lot of energetic distance healing with people, where we cut cords, clear out negative or toxic or just energy that doesn't need to be there, whether it's related to past relationships, past jobs, past people, past homes, whatever. Hey, Kurt. Good to see you. Thanks for hopping on. So this is kind of going to take me into much deeper healing modalities. There's so much cool stuff that I'll be learning on my journey. And I'm sure it's going to be like a year or even 2 before I'm kind of got it all covered in the academy. So I'm excited to share, though, all the stuff that I'm learning. That's why I do a lot of these meditations or videos, because I want to share what I'm learning, because it's been transformational so far for me, and it's only, I think, been 2 months, or not even that. It seems like I've been really deep in it for a while. But one thing I learned last week, and some of you may have heard about this and other things, like I think tapping, EFT covers some of this, but it's called neutral separations. And what it means in energy medicine is we all have an energy body. We can all agree, right? We're made of energy. And sometimes, whether you're a highly sensitive person, sometimes you call, people empaths, those types of things. Sometimes we leak our energy or we absorb other people's energy into our energy field. And that's not good. I know it's funny because some of the students in my class are like, well, what if they feel good to be around? What if their energy feels good and I want some of that? Well, it's not good for either of you. One is, if someone's in your energy, that means it's no longer your energy. It's now yours. You've merged with someone else. And that means your life force energy that protects you, heals you, all those things. Yet CJ says, yes, too much. Yes, I absorb. Oh, then this is perfect for you. And I really encourage you to really work on this for yourself, because I too used to do that, and it can be detrimental to your health eventually. I mean, I don't know if you feel drained and tired and lethargic now, and that's one way, but a lot of the people that are in the academy are health professionals. Some are doctors, nurses, chiropractors, massage therapists, and as healers, as people that help others feel well or be well, you unknowingly can absorb what they're feeling, right? Or even their illnesses. It's amazing the stories I hear of like people saying, I work with Lyme patients and I'm now displaying signs, I have signs that I have Lyme disease when I don't. And it's because they've absorbed it. There's a difference between empathy and compassion, and especially if you're someone who works with others in some type of service healing capacity, where you're giving or you're working with them to heal themselves. There's a fine line between empathy and compassion, and I did a post about that. And empathy is actually you're feeling what they're feeling, and you don't want to do that. You're taking it on. You want to create a sacred space for them to be able to share what they're feeling, but you don't take that. You don't take that from them, because one, that's kind of disempowering in a way. Even though someone might be ill and struggling, you want them to kind of create their own opportunities for healing themselves. And you could be someone that provides support in different ways, but you don't need to absorb that, take that in, all of that. So CJ, I hope that makes sense for you. Compassion is being able to bear witness, to have like be a conscious observer, and even just listen. Don't try to fix, don't judge, all those things that we could do when we're really like want to help and provide. And yep, exactly. So I now am operating in my life. Yes, yeah, you need to practice that. I'm operating in my life. My intention every day is being like, my heart chakra is always just set to compassion. It's not set to, hey, everybody, bring me your worries, problems, joy, excitement, even the good stuff. I need to maintain my protective boundary in my energy field. So what happens with merging is our energy is not then ours, it's someone else's too. And you probably know, you call them energy vampires, or even people that are like pumped up and excited, and you're in a room with those kind of people and you're pumped up and excited, and you get influenced by that energy. I'm not saying it's wrong or bad, but it's an indicator that you're not maintaining your own energy. You're not keeping your energy in your sacred space for you. Your energy is meant for you. Other people's energy is meant for them. So there's a lot of understanding. I mean, look, I'm going through a course in this. I'm in school learning this, so there's so much. But just trust me. I know I didn't understand all of this as much as I do now, and now that I understand it, I'm like, okay, got it. I got to work on this. So neutral separation and how you can create healthier relationships with your spouse, kids, coworkers, anybody in your life is being able to not take in whatever it is. And you know how sometimes too we have that empathy, or if it's your kids, you like you know, like you don't want them to make mistakes and you want to help them, and there's this merging, okay, of your energy and their energy. So the way you can neutrally separate, and this doesn't mean you cut them off, you know, think of it as a healthy boundary that you've created for them and you. But it creates more harmony, because then you aren't holding in whatever it is, whether it's your judgment, whether it's your fear and worry, anxiety, all that stuff that we could hold on to that's really not ours. But being more like objective to other people. And this is really like, if you want to go big with this, and I'm not going to go into it, but think about politically. Like, how can we just be more like neutral and objective instead of like getting so fired up and upset and angry? Not to say those aren't necessarily motivators, but it's not good for your body. It's not good for your mind, body, and spirit. It's not good for your health. You can still take action and create movement and start a revolution, but you don't have to take in that energy from other sources, other people. So something that we're learning, and we'll go through a meditation here, is that you create a neutral separation by one, and in the meditation I'll go fully into it, but you pick 5 things, and this is where I said I think people learn this in tapping, EFT, or whatever, but you pick 5 neutral indicators about the other person. So let's bring someone to mind that we feel we've merged with, or we feel like we have this, maybe they trigger us, right? Maybe, you know, don't go too big with someone like you hate, like someone, I won't mention any names. I don't hate him. He's our president, but I'm not a fan. but I could do this with him, and I'm not going to say his name. But let's take someone in your life. It could be a family member, coworker, whatever. Let's take someone and just name 5 things that are neutral indicators about that person that are different from you. So for example, I'll pick someone. He has blonde hair. I have brown hair. He's a man. I'm a woman. He lives in Minnesota. I live in Florida. These are neutral indicators. There's nothing charged about him, like, you know, he's rich, I'm not, you know, nothing like that. It's neutral stuff. Blue eyes versus brown eyes, that kind of stuff. So you pick those 5 things. And then with each, after you've picked your 5, you take the first one. Okay, he's a man, I'm a woman. I send back whatever energy that is connected to me being a man, him, or me being a man. Me being a woman, him being a man. I just release that back. I go through the 5 things, release it back. I take back whatever energy I may have given, or they may have leached off of me, or whatever, inadvertently or purposely. And then I kind of create my boundary, reaffirm my boundary again, my energetic bound. I call it bound and ground. And that's where you're grounding to the earth, to be fully present and whole in your body, and you're bounding your energetic field to protect it from other stuff coming in. When you know you've merged with others, that means you haven't been bounded and grounded. So that's always a good indicator to me. I'm like, ooh, I'm feeling not so fun here, not so sparkly. I reset my bounding and grounding. So I ground to the earth, I take the symbol, and I've done this in other meditations, so you're welcome to look back at how I describe grounding and the techniques. And we'll do a little meditation here, a little mini one to kind of give you a sense of it. but you have to ground in your body so that you're actually present in your human body, and you create this symbolic boundary around you. So once you're grounded, what would come to mind first? Today it was interesting. I grounded through this like crystal spike that went into the earth, and it kind of reminded me of my selenite crystal. So I imagined this being this huge crystal that like extended to the width of my energy field. I imagined that going down into the earth's core, grounding me. I'm connected. I'm receiving that amazing healing energy from earth, from Gaia, and pulsating through my body. And then I set the intention of a protective barrier around my whole aura, around my whole energy field. And what came to mind today was almost like it was like a shell like exterior, like frosted glass. That's what it kind of looked like. I imagined just frosted glass all around me. It was a very white, sparkly morning for me in my visualization. And then I fill up my cocoon, my bubble, my protective area with my own life force energy, which is what you want to keep to yourself, which I picture at the top of my auric field. Today it was a beautiful cloud and beautiful like iridescent sparkly rain coming down. That was my life force energy visualization. Now for you guys, whatever first pops into your head, go with the image that first pops in. That's your intuition. Any second, third, fourth thoughts are your logical mind trying to make something happen. So remember, your intuition usually speaks first. And I say usually because sometimes people's fear speaks first if they've been conditioned to live in fear. So anyways, so that's what I do when I make sure I'm going into situations or places where there could be other people's energy I don't want to absorb, and I don't want to give away mine. And I do that when I work with my clients during session or before sessions. I do a quick little meditation, protect myself. Most energy workers, if you ever talk to them, they do some form of ritual to protect their energy and create a healthy boundary. So let's go through, and if you have any questions, please pop them in now, because I know I talk really fast sometimes. I just want to give you so much information, so much juicy stuff. So if you have any questions, pop them in. If we're already meditating, I'll answer them after. So, and this is something I want you to practice this week. If you're watching this and you're hanging in here, there's a reason, and I think you're meant to receive some nugget, some value. So, and I appreciate that, and I'm grateful for it, and I'm grateful that I get to help others. So if you know there's someone in your life specifically that you need to create a neutral separation with, because you either care about them and you love them, but you don't want to be in their energy field, or you don't want them taking yours, great. If there's someone you don't know or you don't love, and you don't want, but you feel your connection to them, you feel triggered by them, and it's hard for you, great. This works with really anyone. So let's practice this. So get comfy wherever you are. Hopefully you're somewhere where you could sit, or even lay down. Doesn't have to be sitting. This is your sandbox. Put your feet on the ground. So if you are laying down, just put your knees up so your feet could be on the ground. And that just creates a physical grounding connection. Okay, even if you're on the second floor like I am in my home, you could still ground and connect. It's visualization. And remember, energy follows thoughts. So let's just take a nice deep breath in and breathe it out through your mouth. And this signals the body that it's time to relax and be present. Remember, you're the navigator of your human body, so you get to direct it and tell it what to do. So by you breathing in And breathing out, you're signaling to your body, you're letting it know it's time to relax and be present and be in the sacred space. And now the next breath in, just hold it for 6 short seconds and breathe it out. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, let's do a quick affirming of our grounding and bounding and life force energy. So just whatever thoughts come to your mind, whatever first thought comes to your mind, imagine opening your feet chakras at the bottom, the soles of your feet, and dialing them open like flowers on a petal or pupils of your eye, just opening those fully. And as you open those fully, you might start to feel a little pulsation, a little energy going on, whatever, tingling. And that's how you know that you've created a energetic opening for you to receive energy. And we want to direct this receiving of energy from the earth, from the center of the earth, because earth has an electromagnetic field, electromagnetic pulse. There's energy that's proven, there's research, there's actually healing energy that we receive from the earth. It's about 7.58 hertz per minute. Per minute, second, something per second. It's very slow, but it's very healing. So just create some type of symbolic connection to the earth, whatever that image is. It could be a golden cord, it could be roots, it could be a ladder, whatever your connection that you drop down into the earth. Visualize that now. And as you're doing that, create a symbol that anchors you, keeps you grounded into the earth. It could be a giant mountain. It could be a rock. It could be an anchor, a real anchor, like a ship anchor. It could be anything you intuit. Just go with whatever the first thing is that you see. And just set the intention that you're going to remain grounded during this meditation. Great. Now, just focus on feeling the current of earth energy up through your grounding connection, coming up through the soles of your feet, through your feet chakras, up through your legs, pulsing, and going to your first chakra, your root chakra, which is at the base of your spine. And as it connects there, it flows back like a circular motion, a waterfall, into the earth. So you're creating this beautiful cycle of energy coming in, clearing out, and going back into the earth. So just set the intention that that is happening during this meditation. You don't need to do anything. It's on autopilot. Awesome. Now, imagine some symbolic, either tone, color, sound, symbol of your life force energy. And this is your personal energetic healing blueprint or symbol for yourself above your aura. Now, for me right now, my aura is sitting like around here. I can sense it right in here above my body. You don't have to do this part, but just intend. Set the intention that you have whatever the symbol is of your life force energy. Like I mentioned, it was a cloud, a beautiful cloud for me this morning that rained life force energy into my body, into my aura, into my chakras. It could be whatever for you. It could be a fountain. It could be a crystal. It could be sunshine. A ball of sun, a ball of light. A lot of people see balls of light, whatever that is. And just feel that connection. Feel yourself receiving your life force energy from this symbol, from this sound. It doesn't always have to be a picture, it could be a tone. Whatever it is, just feel it pulsing through your crown chakra, down the base of your spine, like down your meridian, going through each chakra area, clearing it out. We're doing this fast, I know. And going throughout your body, and imagine your hand chakras open, and the energy is now spilling out of your hands too and filling up your auric field. Just feel that for a moment. Beautiful. So now set a bounding symbol, or set something outside your energy field that protects your energy, that keeps it enclosed and protected from anything else coming into it or your energy leaking out. Whatever that is for you. It could be vines, like you're inside a topiary. I had that image the other day. I had like vines and flowers with butterflies and birds all around. Sometimes weird things come up or not weird, but just unusual bounding comes up for me. I imagine there was like an ocean around me with dolphins as my protectors, because I love dolphins. You could have locks around you. Whatever it is, just go with the first thing that you intuit and set that protection around your aura, and then ground it into your grounding connection. So imagine it's surrounding your body, your physical body, and then connecting to your grounding connection going into the earth. So you're great. You're protected, you're bound and ground. Awesome. Now we're ready for some neutral separation. So I want you to call up a person, and don't bring them into your energy field. Put them at a far distance and greet that person's spirit from your spirit. Just spirit to spirit greeting, okay? And it can even be a symbolic image of that person. It doesn't necessarily have to be their physical body, but just set the intention. You're greeting this person spirit to spirit that you would like to create a neutral separation with. Awesome. I always like to check in, make sure my bounded ground, everything's in its place. And now pick 5 neutral indicators about this person. As I mentioned, it could be they have blonde hair, I have brown hair. They're male, I'm female. They're 6 foot tall, I'm 5'8". They're 53, I'm 45. Neutral indicators. Okay, so pick 5 things about this other person that you'd like to separate from energetically. Don't think too hard, just pick 5 simple things. And now with each one, with the first one, just imagine that you're releasing the connection with each indicator. They're male, I'm female, released, gone. They're 6 feet tall, I'm 5'8", released, gone. Do it for each one, and just imagine that you're sending back their energy to them. Okay? Great. As you go through the 5, you recall any energy you may have given to them or they may have taken from you. Seal it up in your protective auric field. And then sprinkle a little of your life force energy, whatever symbol that you have at the top of your aura. Just make sure it's filling that back up, and even transmuting that energy that you've taken back in case it picked up some other frequency or vibration. Beautiful. Now, thank that person. Thank you for this separation of our energies. And then just imagine them floating off in a balloon or dissolving. Just imagine that energy, that image of that person disappear. I like floating balloons, so that always is a good symbol for me. And then reaffirm again your bounded and grounded state, your protective auric field. Your auric field is protected. You're grounded into the earth. You're fully, wholly present in your body. And when you're present in your body, when you're present in your human body, that's when you can experience really the highest level of health and wellness. So just affirm that. I'm a human and a spirit, fully present in my body. And I set my protective energetic barrier to protect my healing energy from others in a neutral and compassionate way. Because you could still be compassionate and kind and loving without giving away your energy or taking on others. Just know that. Sometimes it's hard for people to be in that, but it's true. Now give yourself a big hug. Hug yourself. You're so full of yourself now, full of your energy, and just hug all of that in and release. Voila. Now, that took some time because I wanted to kind of guide you through what that would be like. A fast, easy way, just pick one neutral indicator, one objective separator from you and another person. So if you feel yourself being triggered or something's coming up, pick one thing. She's got blonde hair, I've got brown hair. He's male, I'm female. Just pick one thing, dissolve that, like send that energy back. It's neutral energy, and that's important here. I'll go into that why maybe in another meditation. But send that back, reaffirm your grounding and bounding, okay? And that's just the key. You've merged with someone else when you're not grounded and when you're not protected. Please know that. That's the most important thing, because you won't pick up anybody else's energy or merge with others if you're fully protected in your energy field. So, but merging happens. Hey, I merge all the time. I live with, I have my husband. Our energies merge. I'm getting really more present about the protection. He really, yesterday, he was like, wow, it's the energy in here is really different. Like he's not as into, intuition medicine and energy healing as I am. I mean, he believes in it and has experienced it and all that great stuff, but he's actually noticed energetically it's been different in our home, and I've been different as well, and not in a bad way, not in a negative way, because we don't want to create some kind of funky, like, oh, she's separate from me now, like I don't feel the connection. You could still feel, the emotional connection or the loving connection or spiritual connection. You just don't have to feel the energetic connection, right? You don't have to have that be what you think is right in creating a healthy relationship, because it doesn't serve you and it doesn't serve them. So I hope that was really helpful. If you have any questions, because this is a little advanced for, I think, a lot of people, but it doesn't have to be. I'm always here to help. I do consultations, where we could just talk, no obligation for 15 minutes, just discuss what's going on for you. I can give you some tips and you can go on from there, or we can work together, as I mentioned, doing some energy healing or whatever spiritual guidance you need. So I love sharing all of this. These tools are so impactful. I really feel it's life-changing for me and how I operate in the world with ease and grace. So my wish is the same for you. So thank you for hanging in there and watching, those of you that stayed on. I'd love to hear any comments, anything you experienced doing that meditation. As I said, I know I went fast. I just try to be a little bit more deliberate in these Facebook Lives so that people hang in there and don't bail. CJ, good stuff. Thanks for sharing, Nicole. Oh, thanks, CJ. Mwah. Sending my love to you. And please, if you're someone that, like you said, you do this all the time, please practice your bounding and grounding. And if you've kind of forgot about that and you feel you've merged, do the neutral separation and just pick one. You can just do it real fast. Pick one indicator, send their energy back, recall yours, reaffirm your grounding and bounding, and you'll be good to go. Okay? It takes practice, and it's not like it's one and done. You really have to just keep doing it. You know, for most people, I'm sure. So awesome. Thank you all for hanging in there. Love to you all. I'll be back next week with who knows what else I'll be sharing. It's always fly by the seat of my pants, but that's how I operate. I love just being spontaneous and fun. So thank you all. Have a beautiful week, an amazing day. And I send so much love and energy, healing energy to you all. Bye-bye.